Alright, so here we go. Volkswagen 2002 TDI. On the top you got this fuse panel basically on the battery, and these connections can go bad. You'll notice I got a little bit of white corrosion. So the first thing, I want to explain what happened. I'm driving along and it just shuts off. And I'll turn the key back on, starts up. I'm driving along, sometimes I lose all the dash lights. I got to jump out, pop the hood, wiggle this around, and then all of a sudden it would get dash lights and everything again, and I started up again. So everything was great until about a week ago. It was a Tuesday morning, 7:45 in the morning. I was heading down a bypass. I'm doing about 65 and it just dies on me. I'm trying to get over, everybody's doing like 80, and I get off to the side of the road at the only really good spot, and I ended up being in drive still. So just, remember that, and then putting it in neutral as I'm coasting, and then got over. So fast forward, I'm checking all these relays, connections. I just had this sitting on here. It's not really doing anything. But anyway, I felt a little bit of a bad spot in this wire, but I checked it and the wire is still good. And I cleaned a bunch of grounds under this battery. I moved the battery out. I don't have the battery's tray in here right now. I got everything kind of out still. And I just took the cover off and went down here. There's a ground wire right here that I sanded and cleaned really well. And what ended up happening was it finally started up. It cranked and cranked. And I just want to show you too. You see where the cover is off that relay. I thought the relay was bad, so I took the cover off, and then I was watching it open and close with the key on. Actually, I'll show you that. You'll hear it click. See that move? Now watch, it'll lose power to it and then just open. There you go, and close again. So that's the relay opening and closing. I did go buy a new one for $35 and ended up not needing it, so I can return it, but I got it just in case. And that's also called relay 109, because some of these are numbered. The actual part number for it's different when you're cross-referencing it. So yeah, I went through hell trying to figure out what was wrong with it, and it turns out I think it was just that ground wire. And then now let's see if this starts. Starts right up. Now I will say this, it didn't start the first time, and I didn't have enough battery power. Battery was dead, and I decided I'll use my crew cab truck, the old Chevy Kohei, and I will crank for 7 seconds. So I read online, if you keep cranking for 7 seconds, if you do have a bad crank position sensor or something's not 100% with the computer and the TCM and all this other stuff, I think it's 7 seconds. You just keep cranking, crank, and then it started running. So it bypasses it or it goes into limp mode. It is possible that I've been driving around in limp mode and I didn't know. And then when the ground issue started acting up, caused it to go into shutting off on me, which then caused it to shut off on the bypass, which caused it to be coasting in drive, and that messed with the TCM. And then when I did get it charged, I also want to indicate that this park reverse neutral, where you see that indicator, that was blinking at me. Now it doesn't, because I went in and I cleared the transcodes out. So I think it just was a combination of one thing after another thing after another thing, and I had to sort through all those things like a detective. I checked every fuse, went through them all, nothing was bad. I'm like, what is going on? And then finally I just decided to do that block ground, clean that up really good. I used sandpaper on it, a little bit of 180 grit, and I cleaned all these. This is S163 fuse. I cleaned that, and I'll get some liquid tape or tape this up, button everything back up, and get all back together. But I just wanted to make this video, and I might even do another one just to help guys, because I did buy that relay for $35. But that's all I spent money on, and I can return it because I didn't use it. So to be able to fix this car, I mean, like Walmart went $149 for a battery, and I was getting ready to throw one in, and I was like, I'm just going to try one more time and use my other truck. So I hope this helps you guys. I'll put this up on the YouTube. I don't do a lot of long videos. This is about a 5-6 minute video, but I think it honestly will help. Anybody has any questions, you can comment. Please subscribe too. It's not hard to do. It's free. I'm like really just starting out with this YouTube thing, and we don't make any money until we hit 1,000 subscribers and get likes and things like that. And it doesn't cost you guys anything. I will say I spent Tuesday trying to get it home. Most of Wednesday working on it, troubleshooting. Thursday working on it, troubleshooting. And then about an hour today, and it's Sunday. So I've been down almost a week, and now she's back. All right. Killing it with Old Kill. See ya.